This is the fifth quarter.
Welcome back, everyone. The fifth quarter rolls on, and Joe, it's time to check out some Mid-Eastern Conference action. A lot of interesting matchups in Week 4 here that we kind of had our eyes on.
Well, Northside Jacksonville was playing host to New Hanover, and tonight for the Wildcats, Northside defeated Ashley and Laney, so they're going for the triple strike against our New Hanover County teams. The Wildcats, of course, looking to go to 3-0. Hoggard on the road, and as mentioned, South Brunswick. Ashley competed in a non-conference game tonight, and Topsail, no Noah LaValle, no problem for the Pirates tonight.
Well, let's check it out, shall we? The Hanover Wildcats getting their first test against another undefeated team, Northside Jacksonville. Let's go up and get this one started. Northside getting another New Hanover County team, as you said, tonight in the Wildcats. And this one, well, it would be interesting throughout the entirety of the ball game. A jet sweep to the North Carolina commit, Jacarius Conley. He'll take it all the way in for the score.
And Northside went up early in this ball game, kind of put the Wildcats back on their heels, but Coach Dimmick, in his first season, giving the ball to Chase Nixon, the first-year quarterback, deep ball downfield to JoJo Marshall in stride, and he would carry the defender into the end zone for the score. 52-yard touchdown strike for the Wildcats.
And if it's not broke, why fix it? Nixon again fires a dime on the sideline to JoJo Marshall. The young man says that's cash money. Touchdown for the Wildcats in New Hanover. Survives tonight in a really good ball game, beating Northside Jacksonville 28-21, the final score. Now let's go to Wilmington, shall we? The Ashley Screaming Eagles trying to pick up win number 1 on the season against the South Brunswick Cougars. Both defenses locked in from the kickoff. South Brunswick swarming to the football, gets the defender and the running back down there in the backfield.
Wilson Helms trying to get something going on the offensive side of the ball in the first half. Whoop, high fumble there, still able to recollect it as he gets tripped up by the South Brunswick defender. And it was a defensive kind of struggle throughout the course of tonight.
It was in South Brunswick. They finally get a little offense going here. Keyshawn Smith picks up good yardage, but the drive would stall, and they turn to their kicker, Noah Harrell. He's a hero. 33-yarder is up and good, and you said defensive struggle. Both sides of the ball. South Brunswick punches it in late into the end zone of the fourth quarter. They win this one 10-6.
Another non-conference matchup between two area teams. ATMC getting this for us. Heidi Trask and Leland taking on North Brunswick. The Scorps dealing with some injuries. Wasn't a good start, though, for Trask. The snap goes over Dylan East's head. It turns into a fumble, and the Scorpions gather it with great field position.
And they take advantage almost immediately. Ramel Lowry, great cut up into the field. He gets his foot in the ground. No one will stop him. That would make it 21-0 North Brunswick. The Scorpions would force a safety, and then it's Lowry again. Just check it out. Put it on repeat.
Kind of splits the defenders there. Even though he tries to tiptoe to the sideline, thought he got in. He was a couple of inches out of bounds. And as the drive progressed, the Scorps able to punch it in. You got to be impressed with North Brunswick as they've been dealing with injuries. Coach Brian Davis, they defeat Heidi Trask 58-8, the final score.
We can't forget Cameron Mapson, the young man that got into the end zone there. Now let's go south of the border. As we talked about earlier, teased it. Final Mid-Eastern Conference game. Hoggard taking on the powerhouse Carolina Forest. And the Panthers go to the air game early on. Mason Garcia. Check out this pass. Deep downfield. Hits his fellow senior John Murphy in stride. Long pass and catch. Setting up Carolina Forest with a great scoring chance. And they make the most of it, Joe.
Hoggard, of course, dealing with some injuries on both sides of the football. New offensive coordinator this year as well. And always tough to go on the road. 2 straight road games for Hoggard at Scotland, at Carolina Forest, and tonight it was the team from South Carolina that defeated Hoggard, as this game's still in progress right now.
It actually just finished up as Mason Garcia lowers his head here, gets into the end zone. That would make it 14-0. The Rams really controlled time of possession all night long, and the Vikings start the season 0-2 in 2019. They fall to Carolina Forest 37-14, the final score. And what a set of games tonight in the Mid-Eastern Conference as these teams, getting ready to be in their meat of their schedule, Joe. And what's your biggest takeaway that you saw from the MEC here so far this evening?
Well, we did not get highlights from up in the Raleigh area. West Brunswick, a ton of returners from last year. They go on the road and defeat a great Cary team to continue their unbeaten record. As we said, New Hanover High School with their X's and O's. Coach Dimmick with Chase Nixon at quarterback, some big running backs in the backfield, and the Wildcats were lights out tonight on the road as well.
Absolutely. Well, let's check out our final scores one more time here, shall we? We start with Rosewood beating Pender 53-0. Topsail, big offensive numbers. They beat White Oak 53-24. North Brunswick all over Trask 58-8. And Whiteville blanks East Bladen 48-0.
On the scores across the area tonight, West Brunswick 16-14. They edge Cary on the road. South Brunswick defeats Ashley. Defensive battles 10-6. Red Springs beats up on South Columbus 49-7. And Fairmont blanks West Bladen 46-zip.
And East Columbus, they run into tough trouble against St. Paul's. They fall 41-6 on the road. Laney comes up just short at Lumberton 21-14 there, the final. And as we talked about, New Hanover beats Northside Jacksonville 28-21, the final score in an instant classic.
And wrapping it up, Carolina Forest defeats Hoggard 37-14. Havelock beats Wallace Rose Hill 21-7.
That's your final scores. Don't go anywhere. Coming up next, we'll have your fifth quarter play of the week.